Hey, this is Toby from Scheel-Mann USA, and I'm in this beautiful benchmark vehicle that's about to be delivered to a customer. And I thought I'd take the opportunity to go over how the seat's adjusted and what each operation does and why you would use it. So the very first, most important thing is to adjust the length of the thigh cushion so that when you're sitting in the seat, you've got about 2 fingers behind your knees. And so to adjust that, there's a knob in the front of the seat, and that will move the entire cushion in and out. So clockwise will make it shorter, counterclockwise will make it longer, and it'll go really far out, and it'll actually retract quite a ways for even the shortest people. So once that's set and you feel comfortable with the thigh support, you're gonna change the inclination of the backrest. And so there's a large knob on both sides of the seat, and you can turn that, and it's infinitely adjustable. So just very small amounts will make a big difference. And you wanna, when you're sitting in the seat, have your shoulders back and your eyes out, and be pretty vertical, maybe more vertical than you think you should be. And what that's gonna do is take your body weight and allow your thighs that you just set up to take your support of your body instead of your hips. And so now you've got your backrest set up, you're sitting nice and vertically in the seat, your thighs are doing all the work of taking your body weight, and we can adjust the lumbar support. So the lumbar support has 2 adjustments, and they have the same type of knob, but on different sides of the seat. So if you were to reach back with your right hand, you will see that there's a small knob right under the armrest. And if you turn this clockwise, it's gonna make the lumbar support more intense, which means pushing and giving you more support. And if you go counterclockwise, it's gonna go away from you and give you less support. So to make that adjustment, you're going to go counterclockwise all the way so that there's no lumbar support, and then very slowly increase the lumbar support pressure until you just barely feel it. So once that happens, you can go to the other side and change the height of the lumbar support up and down until you feel it's where you like it. And then once that's set, you can increase the intensity until you get the amount of support that you need. And what I find is that when I first started Trip Out, I'm fresh and my shoulders, it's easy to have good posture and drive down the road. But as the time goes on and you're driving and you're more fatigued, your shoulders will start to roll forward and you'll start to slouch. And when that happens, your pelvic area will come out of the pocket in the seat, and you'll start to put pressure on the back of your hips instead of your thighs. So in that case, sit back up and increase the lumbar support. And as the lumbar support is increased, your shoulders are gonna go back, and now all of a sudden you're sitting properly in the seat again, and you can kind of finish the rest of your drive. So it's not static. Sometimes you might need more or less lumbar support. Additionally, there is an adjustment up here on another round knob only on the left side of the seat, and that will change the width of these bolsters. So one way they will increase and get wider, and the other way they get a little bit narrower. And so that's something that's more of a preference. So if you're wearing a big puffy jacket, maybe coming off the ski hill, you might want it wider and more relaxed. And then, maybe on a trail, you might want to have it a little bit narrower and more sport. That's easy. The armrests on these Sprinter vans, they fit with dual armrests, and there's an adjustment right here so that you can change the stop. So if you turn it counterclockwise, it'll go further down, and if you turn it clockwise, it'll end up further up. And so again, that's preference, but the nice thing is that once it's adjusted, it always comes down to the same spot, so you don't have to adjust it again. And then the last thing on the seat is that there's a release lever for the backrest, so that when you're swiveling the seat around, you can decrease the total kind of size of the seat. So this just flips forward, and then we can flip it around, and then once it's in the forward position, you can flip it back. And then one last thing here is that the headrest can be tilted back or forwards, and then it also goes up and down. And so, everyone's got different preference for that, but you want to have it supporting the back of your head so that if in the worst case scenario, the headrest is there to protect you from whiplash.